Hello, my elite genius scholars. This is lesson number 127 from your awesome math book. Today we are doing line graphs. Last week was pictographs and bar graphs. Today it is the line graph. All right, so I'm here for you to lead you through this material and to get you pumped and prepped for the next grade. Can we do it? 10-finger prayer, here we go. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Okay. Philippians 4:13. I got a little carried away with the singing there. All right, here we go. In your yellow square, we've got a little teaching about line graphs. Okay, so information is placed on the horizontal as well as the vertical. Okay, so in this one, this is from your section 4 that we're going to do in a few minutes here. On this side is the information about the grade point average, and on this side is information about the tests. Okay, so you're going to have information on the vertical as well as the horizontal. In this changing egg price thing, they give you the price of the eggs on the vertical, and they give you the year on the horizontal, okay? So we are going to practice reading this line graph right now. Why not just jump into it? Here we go. In section number 1, they ask us to complete the table by giving the price of a dozen eggs for each year, okay? So they give you the year in this little table right here from 1930 all the way to 1990, going by tens, and then they give the price here. In 1930, a dozen eggs was only 30 cents. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I need a pen. I need a pen to fill this out, and you need a pencil, and what you need to do before we begin, while I get this all ready, is you got to put your name and today's date at the top of the page, May 11th, or whatever day you're doing it. Today for me is May 11th. Here we go. In 1940, so taking a look at the chart, you're going to want to put your finger on the horizontal where the year is, okay? Find 1940, follow it to the line, and then follow the line up to where there's a dot, okay? And I see that the line has gone from 1930 at 30 cents to 1940 at 35 cents. All right. Now 1950, follow the line from 1940 all the way up to 1950 where it intersects with 1950, and it's up there all the way at 60 cents. Do you see that? My gosh, that's a big jump in a decade. And then from 1950, the line goes down, okay? It goes down to 55 cents. Oh, that's nice. And then from 1960 to 1970, it goes up again, back up to 60 cents. And then from 1970, it travels up to 75 cents. And then up again in 1990 to 80 cents. That's interesting. It only goes 45 cents from 1940 to 1990. And then in 2020, we're paying like $6.50. Maybe this chart isn't accurate. I don't remember a dozen eggs being 80 cents in the 90s. I was alive then, and I would go to the grocery store with my mom. I'll have to ask her. All right, so now we filled section 1 out, and now they have some questions for us, okay? Number 2, they want to know, does the price of 1 dozen eggs tend to rise or fall? Okay, so looking at that graph, does the line tend to go up or tend to go down? I would say it definitely tends to go up, which means rise. And for what year did the price fall? Well, it only fell once, in 1960. All right, Number 3, do you think a dozen eggs cost 75 cents everywhere in 1980? Or do you think 75 cents was an average price? Average. It's an average price. A-V-E-R-A-G-E. All right, section 4 is right here in this plotting of the test scores. So we're going to plot the test scores and then connect them and find the average grade. So they have this line graph for you to fill out, and then to the right of the line graph on your page is a red box. And that gives the information. Test number 1, 85. Test number 2, 95. Test number 3, 80. Test number 4, 90. And test number 5, 100. So put your hand on that scores graph and then take it to the right to find that red box that will give you the information that you need. So in test number 1, Tommy, let's just say it's Tommy. Tommy got an 85, which is a B. So you go to test number 1 on the box. This is the line for test number 1. You see that? That's the line for test number 1. And we're going to travel up to where it hits 85, and we're going to put a dot. Okay? And then test number 2, it's 95. So we find the test number 2 line, which is this one here, and we travel all the way up to 95. Test number 3, he got 80. That's a B minus. So test number 3, and that actual bottom line right there is the 80 line. So take it all the way down, right on the edge, right on the bottom. Test number 4, he got a 90. So here's the number 4 line, and we go all the way up to 90, and we put a dot there. And his last test, congratulations, Tommy, you got an A+. Here's line number 5, it's the last line in that graph, and the top line is the 100 A+. Now, this is what we need to do. We are not done just putting dots on a page. We must connect them, so take out your handy dandy ruler. And remember, while using a ruler, who is in charge? You are. So you press down on the ruler to show it who's boss, and then you draw lightly with your pencil because you're a good boss. You're not a harsh boss, you're a good boss. So place your ruler, connecting the first 2 points, test number 1 and test number 2. Press down on the ruler to show it's who's boss, and then trace gently because you're a good boss. All right, now you see a beautiful line there. And then we connect dot number 2 to dot number 3. Test number 2 to test number 3. Press down because you're the boss, and draw light because you're a good boss. That's a bit of a down curve, Tommy. Sorry about that. All right, so test number 3 to test number 4. Connecting. And then test number 4 to test number 5. Connecting. Way to go, Tommy. Way to go, Tommy. Okay, so then they want you to find the average of the scores. Now, when we average, we do 2 steps. First, we add, and then we divide. So we're going to add all of these together. 85 plus 95, 80, 90, and 100. Make sure to keep your place values in order. All the 1s are lined up, all the 10s are lined up, and all the 100 is by itself. Okay, so here we go. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry that 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 9 is 18, plus 8 is 26, and plus 9 is 35. Carry that 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And now we're going to divide 450 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do it over here because I got some space. 450 divided by 5. I know it's really divisible because 450 ends in 0. Anything that ends in 0 or 5 is cleanly divisible by 5. 5 into 4, no, but 5 into 45, that's a 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 0 is less than 5, we can bring down. 5 into 0 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 is less than 5. There's nothing to bring down. So the average for Tommy, whatever subject this is, his average is a score of 90. And then you're going to place that where it says average equals underneath the red box. You need to fill it in under the red box. All right, it says average equals, and then you go like that, 90. Okay, and that's basically how I do your grades in school, right? If you get a B and then an A and then a B minus and an A minus and an A plus, then I average all of the scores, and in that area of study you would have an A minus. Okay? Ooh, welcome to the world of academics. Now you too can be a teacher. All right. Okay, next section. Section number 5. You're going to write the numbers that your teacher says. Remember when we used to do this? We're going to do it again. Okay, yay! So, I'm going to read some really big numbers in this book. And you're going to have to write them down correctly. 5A. 103,260,000 and nothing else. 103,260,000. Last time, 103,260,000. 5B. 14,180,000. 14,180,000. Last time, 14,180,000. 5C, 500,006,006. 500,006,006. Last time. 500,006,006. Okay, last one. 3,002,500. 3,002,500. Last time. 3,002,500. All right, that's it, chickadees. You've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Ooh, remember section 11? In section 11, okay? You are comparing fractions. When the denominator is the same, you don't have to worry about that. You just look at the numerator. So if the denominator is the same, look at the numerator. A larger numerator means a bigger fraction. When the denominators are different, you need to get them to be the same, and then you can compare fractions. Okay, so in the first one, your denominators are the same, so only look at the numerators. A larger numerator means a larger fraction. The second one, you have two different denominators. You have to get the denominators to be the same first. You have to change one of the fractions, and then you can compare. The last one, both numerators are the number 1. And then you're looking at denominators. The smaller the denominator, the bigger the piece of the pie, okay? You have a whole pizza, and Wisdom and I are gonna share it. So that's 2 people. This pizza is gonna be cut into 2 parts, right down the center. That's a lot of pizza. That's a big piece of pizza. A whole half of a pizza is yours. Now, Wisdom, myself, let's see. Wisdom, Riley, Jill, Malott, Lucy, Noah, El Nathan, and myself. So Wisdom, Riley, Jill, Malott, Lucy, Noah, El Nathan, and myself. That's 8 people. Now we take the same pie and we cut it to 8 slices. Now the pieces are smaller. So the lower the denominator, the bigger the piece. The bigger the denominator, the smaller the piece. Okay, so that's my review for section 11. All right, you elite genius scholars, have a fantastic day. I absolutely believe in you 100%. Have a great one.